Blog Talk Radio.
Are you ready to take a bite out of the competition? Are you looking for ideas to make your business better? Welcome to the Core Business Show with Tim Jacquet,
sponsored by Apple Capital Group.
At the core of every successful business, you'll find people making a difference. And with each episode of the Core Business Show, we talk with those people, examine those ideas, and explore the strategies that make them special. Now, the host of the Core Business Show, Tim Jacquet.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another edition of the Core Business Show. I'm Tim Jacquet, your host. Today, our topic is creating a living business plan. If you'd like to join the conversation, please feel free to call 347-324-3460, 347-324-3460. We're going to take a moment and take a break, play a message from my sponsor, and we'll be back in less than 60 seconds. Thank you for listening to the Core Business Show. I'm Tim Jacquet, your host.
You're listening to the Core Business Show, sponsored by Apple Capital Group. Apple Capital Group in Jacksonville, Florida, is a commercial lender that specializes in asset-based loans, equipment leasing and financing, invoice financing, commercial real estate loans, and asset-based financing in the U.S. and Canada. Apple Capital Group is a direct lender that lends on their private equity investment portfolio. 90% of most loans are decided within 2 hours, and vendor funding within 24 hours after documents are completed, with a one-page application. No slow no's, just a quick decision and a fast yes. To get more information about lending from Apple Capital Group, call 866-611-7457. That's 866-611-7457 to speak with one of our loan specialists. Or visit us right now at applecapitalgroup.com. Welcome back to the Core. Once again, here's Tim Jacquet.
Okay, let's talk about creating a living business plan. Think of a living business plan as the Constitution. For example, the saying is always the U.S. Constitution is a living and breathing document. Likewise is your business plan. Even though that it has its format, it has its structure in place, however, the small business plan has a lot of flexibility, and it's a living, breathing document that is adaptable. And you got to keep in mind that you might have to adapt your business plan as you go throughout your business cycle and go throughout your day-to-day business. So again, you have to create a living, not a dead business plan that just sits there and nothing happens to it. It has to be adaptable, a breathing document that's going to be living. So number one, let's look at the introduction. Plan because you need to. Utilize the small business development centers that in your area, or SCORE, or the Small Business Administration, to help you come up with a business plan that's going to work for you, and let them teach you how to adapt your business plan. That's going to be really important. And business plans maybe it's the architecture or the blueprint of how you're going to actually operate your business. Number two, you need to stay on course and target. As you do your projections, make sure you set goals. Make sure you set targets or milestones that you need to meet every single month. Hey, here's my baseline. This is the minimum amount of business we're going to do. This is what we can handle if we go to our max. Make sure you have those options available there for you, and you'll be able to maximize the effect of your own business. And again, it has to be adaptable, and you got to be prepared for everything that you do. So kind of keep that in mind. And stay on target. Accounting, lawyers, all these executives can be provided for you. Also, I think Gwen Moran has a book. She is the founder of Biz University, and she's a co-author of the Complete Idiot Guide to Business Plans. The second edition is called Alpha. So go ahead and kind of take a look at that on Amazon.com. I'm not really plugging Amazon.com, but any bookseller that you normally go to, just take a look at that. Accounting is always going to be key. There are free trials for payroll and from Intuit, also from their accounting. I think the accounting is like for 60 months, no charge. Payroll's for 6 months. And just go to startupamerica.co, and register, and you see all those specials in there. Number three, know the how-tos or what ifs. What if this? What if I get too many customers? What if this employee quits? What if this? It's kind of ironic. We all really dependent on our employees to do things for us. But we got to be mindful that the employees, they don't have any vested interest in your business unless you give them some type of invested interest or you can get them hooked into it. So they're not going to treat your business the same way. I was watching an episode on the McGee's this weekend and really marveled them. They're an African-American couple out of Columbus, Ohio, and they have a TV show on one of the cable stations, and they had a problem with an employee. He's not doing what he's supposed to do. He's not cleaning the carpet. Let me back up for a second. Forgot. They have a carpet cleaning business. Pretty much they have maybe 1 or 2 employees. One employee that they have was not doing their job well. They're not getting really good quality work, bottom line, out of them. And they really had to let them go. And what was the straw point of it is when he went back to the customer who complained that he couldn't get the spots out, they went back and got the spots. He got the spots out with a simple solution and scheme in it. Then he said he just had enough. He can't afford that issue. When you get people like that, it's best thing just to let them go. Part ways and part to sea. Because if they can't respect you enough or respect their job enough to do a good job in order for them to excel, they're doing you any justice and not doing their own self-justice. Go somewhere that's going to make them happy, in my opinion. Maybe your business is not making them happy. So keep that in mind. It's the same thing. Employees, even though they're the heart of a person's business, they can also be a pain of a person's business at the same way. And if you can't get one who can respect their job, make sure you be able to step in or have another solution. Before you let someone go, you maybe want to make sure that you train someone else in the meantime that can step up in order to do the job. Number 4, you want to bring in a whole team on board. Not only have a business plan, solicit opinions from your employees, have a board people that's advising you that can help you, that's in that same field, that can help you with your business and kind of advise you some of the pitfalls. Sometimes just a simple 5-minute or 10-minute session with if you have a donut company, he might give you 10 minutes to say, hey, this is where I ran to. Say, I'm not going to compete with you. I'm going to be on the other end of town. But however, what advice do you have for my donut shop? What I'm going to run into? So kind of talk about that. Number 5, a plan for top performance. If you have a top performer or a top performance organization, show some rewards. Just don't pocket every single thing. You're really going to have to share the wealth. So that's my advice. Number 1 is introduction, plan because you need to. Use those resources of SCORE in the Small Business Development Center. Number 2, stay on course and stay on target. Number 3, understand what is the what ifs. What if this happened? What if that happens? You kind of prepare for it. Number 4, bring the whole team on board. Maybe talk to someone in the same field, network, and try to figure out what some pitfalls you might run into. And number 5, have a plan for top performance and the top performer. That's my advice to you. You can get this article really on blog.apple Capital Group. The article is available. We published last month. Take a look at it and kind of give you a little bit more information. You guys, thank you for listening to the Core Business Show. I'm Tim Jacquet, your host. Take care and have a great day.
Thank you for listening to the Core Business Show with Tim Jacquet. For more information about equipment financing and asset-based loans, visit our website, applecapitalgroup.com. That's applecapitalgroup.com. Or call us at 866-611-7457. We hope you'll join us for our next episode. And remember, you can always get to the core via iTunes. You'll find all our previous episodes there. And thanks again for listening to the Core Business Show with Tim Jacquet.